but let's go ahead and do a little experiential work. So we're going to come into a short meditation to end off our time together. And so wherever you are, just come into whatever seated position feels good for you, or if sitting is difficult right now for whatever reason, you can also lay. But you want to have your spine in a neutral position. I don't use the term straight just because our spines are actually not straight. They have a natural curve. But in a neutral position where the spine is as tall as it can be, and that can be true sitting or laying. And then I use a cue that I adapted from Lama Rod Owens, who says to find a meditation pose that allows you to not be distracted by the comfort or discomfort of the pose. So if our goal is to be in a meditative space that is restful but is not actually sleep, because that is what we're going for with guided meditation, then we don't want to be in a position where we are prone to falling asleep, because that would make us distracted by the comfort of the pose. But we also don't want to be in a position where we're experiencing pain or discomfort to the point where we can't settle our minds and focus inward. So go ahead and find that in between, that balance for yourself. And when you get there, you can close your eyes gently if you are in a space where you feel comfortable closing your eyes. If you are not feeling comfortable closing your eyes, you can just soften your gaze and look downwards towards the earth or the floor, wherever you are. And we'll relax the shoulders, the face, relax the body, and slowly allow your awareness to shift from all of the things outside of yourself, like your computer or your phone or any of the things in the room with you. Slowly shift your awareness from those things to the things within yourself. So noticing how your body feels. Noticing the journey of your breath coming in through your nose, nasal passages, windpipe, lungs, being transformed, and then exhaling back out, windpipe, nasal passages, nose, nostrils. Maybe upon that stillness, you're able to notice the subtle difference in temperature between your inhale and your exhale. Allow your breath to deepen, really pulling your breath all the way down to your navel, filling up your belly, your ribs, your chest, and letting everything surrender and soften on the exhale. Notice your mental state. Notice there's lots of thoughts popping into your head right now, or not so many. Notice how easy or hard it is for you to be present with your mind, not just your body, without judgment, without an over-analysis of why. Noticing where you are, and each time you get distracted or kind of walk off with a thought, use that breath, use an inhale and an exhale to bring you back into your body, back into the present moment, allowing any thoughts of the past, any thoughts of the future, or even any harsh judgments of the present slowly fade out of your awareness. And notice how you feel energetically. Notice if there's anything outside of your body, breath, and mind that you can sense, that you can pick up on. Maybe it's your overall emotional state. Maybe it's the way your body, breath, and mind are reacting or responding to your environment. In this presence, see if you can access the most subtle parts of your being, parts that maybe go unnoticed when we are moving and shaking and grinding and hustling. See what you can access, the state of rest that is not accessible to you when you are in a state of effort. From here, we're going to move into a body scan. The body scan really allows us to be present with our physical selves, as well as gives us practice moving and focusing our awareness so that we may have more agency over our awareness at times where we want to be intentional about where it goes, right? So if you can move your awareness through your body, maybe you can also, change the way that you speak to yourself because you're able to focus your awareness on positive things that you like about yourself rather than negative things that you don't like, right? See how that transfers? Maybe you are able to focus your awareness inward rather than focusing on your circumstances that you're not happy with, or with a situation that you're not happy with, or with a person that you're not happy with. Be able to focus it on something that does bring you joy, or just to focus inward on the space, the openness, allowing yourself to step away from the situation long enough to come back and respond rather than react. So we'll start with the soles of the feet, bringing your awareness down to the soles of your feet and noticing just how they feel, any sensations or lack of sensations, maybe just a feeling of neutrality. Really investigating, getting curious. And then shift that awareness to your toes. To the tops of your feet. to your ankles, to the bottom half of your legs, to your knees, to the top half of your legs, your bottom, maybe if you're sitting, feeling the weight of your body in your chair or on the ground. And moving your awareness to your hips, to your belly, to your chest, to the sides of your torso, your lower back, your middle and upper back, to your shoulders, to the top half of your arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, your fingers, and then float your awareness up to your neck. Notice the base of your head and your jaw. Your mouth, your lips, your nose, your cheeks, your ears, notice your eyes and eye sockets, your brow line, your forehead. Notice the sides of your head, the back of your head, the top of your head. And take a big inhale, filling up the whole belly, rib cage, chest, holding at the top of the breath. And then exhaling slowly, letting the body deflate, hug back towards itself. And then pausing at the bottom. Go back to normal breathing. Still noticing the slight pause at the end of your inhale and the end of your exhale. Seeing if you can perceive that slight moment, short moment, where we're not inhaling or exhaling, but we're just at a pause, or the inhale comes back in, and at the top of the inhale before we exhale back out. In the same way, while I hold us through a few minutes of stillness and quiet, I want you to see if you can do the same thing with your thoughts, not stuffing the thoughts away and saying, I can't think anything for these 2 minutes, but rather focusing your vision, focusing your awareness on the space in between the thoughts, surrendering into stillness and silence. Maybe noticing again if there's any subtle things that live there that you can access in this state of meditation that you can't necessarily access usually in your everyday life. Noticing if your mind wanders off or if you feel the sleepies coming on, and reinvigorating your commitment to stillness through a deep inhale, a slow, controlled exhale. Start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, wake the body up from stillness. Maybe allow those movements to be a little bit bigger, moving the shoulders or the legs. Take a deep breath in through the nose, filling up the torso. Let it out through the mouth. Slowly blink your eyes open if you haven't already. So I chose that practice of a body scan because it is similar to a practice that is part of Yoga Nidra, which is like this rotation of consciousness, which it's a little bit more specific in Yoga Nidra. You're going through one half of your body and then around to the other. So it's not like both arms at the same time. It's like, focus on your pinky on your right hand, your index finger on your left, and ring finger on your right hand, et cetera, et cetera. But that is one of the kind of starting practices that is part of Yoga Nidra that helps you get into a state of relaxation and rest that exists somewhere between like being fully awake and fully asleep. And it said that in that space that we have this access to healing and to creativity and to clarity that is, you know, unlike it's undistracted, it's uninhibited. It's like really pure access to those things. And so a body scan is like a baby version of of that process of Yoga Nidra.